was beautiful. Do it every time.
No, I will not be doing that.
This is our intro song.
Intro song. Intro song. Okay.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, Cassie.
Hi, creepy people. This is PNW Haunts and Homicides.
We're going to get right into it.
We are.
I have pre-shuffled and cut, and we're gonna get. Oh wow! Okay, I'm gonna have to practice for when we start doing these.
You shuffled them very nicely off of the recording.
I know. I guess I just can't stand the pressure of an audience. Oh, that was a good one. Okay,
beautiful.
Okay. I feel good about this shuffle.
So we're going to do a little 3-card spread today. We're going to try a little something different. And then do I just take 3 off the top?
Yeah, you totally can. Or, I mean, you could take one and we could cut them again. Whatever feels right to you. If you want, you can use the table over here too. Okay.
Oh my gosh, like 2 of my favorite cards just popped out. I love this one. The Jack with like the Christmas lights in his eyes.
Cute.
Oh my goodness, so cute. Okay, so we did like a past, present, future. So the first card is the past, and it is Page of Presents reversed.
Okay, in the reverse, the Page of Presents is disappointed and frustrated. Things haven't turned out quite as they were expected to. Learn from this experience, cut your losses, and move on. If only people did that in the last case.
Right?
There are more opportunities for success on the horizon. Okay, so that's our past card.
Okay.
And
the 5 of Candles.
Okay, this one sits upright. If you find yourself in a collaboration or partnership that's starting to become chaotic or difficult, like Cassie's with me,
no.
Take a step back. Pointing fingers, shifting blame, and bickering won't move things along. Control your anger and communicate clearly and rationally to get everyone on the same page.
Okay,
so that's our present card. That's interesting.
I'm like feeling a tie-in already with these, which is very odd.
Ooh, okay.
Let's see what the future says.
This is also upright. So I don't even know how you would describe this. It's literally a skeleton trying to put Christmas lights in his eye socket.
It's Jack.
It's Jack. But I'm just trying to visually... just give them a... yeah. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so when cloudy skies pass, the sun comes out, shining warmth and happiness on everyone's lives. The excitement, renewed energy, and joy that Jack experiences when he discovers Christmas Town perfectly embody the energy of the Sun Tarot card.
Aww.
Upright. If you've been sad or troubled lately, the sun is a sign you're about to feel a very positive shift in your life. Use this rejuvenating energy to reconnect with good friends and enjoy yourself. There's so much enthusiasm in this card. It signifies a powerful time for inspired brainstorming.
Interesting.
I like it.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Okay.
I like those cards. I think that worked out pretty well. So today we're going to be talking out.
We're going to be talking out.
Oh my God.
Out loud?
Out loud.
Out loud.
So today we're just going to be reading this case in our heads and you can all follow along. So today we're going to actually be talking about a place that I have been pretty recently.
Ooh.
And I did not know any of this when I was there.
Of course not.
I know, which is weird for me because, like, why wouldn't I look up if a place is haunted, like, when I'm staying there?
Rookie mistake.
I don't know, but I didn't, which turns out to maybe be a good thing, and I'll tell you at the end. So, we're going to be talking about Lake Quinault Lodge. Have you heard of it?
No, I don't think I have.
It is located in Quinault, Washington, which is about 4 to 5 hours from Seattle.
Okay. So that's pretty far north?
It's pretty far north. Yeah,
Okay.
we went up there, we stayed there, and then we took like a day trip to Forks. Because I'm a Twilight nerd.
fan.
And I did it. Okay, don't laugh at me.
Shut up. Those of you about to email us about it, shut up.
And it's surrounded by the Quinault rainforest. And it is gorgeous.
Pretty.
It is so pretty. We went hiking up in there. Oh, it's heaven. So if you feel like you need an escape, like get away from everything and everyone and just go in the forest, you should go here. It's amazing.
Okay. Every day.
Every day. I didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
It was so great. And it gets about 131 inches of rain a year.
Yowza.
Yeah. It's pretty rainy, you know?
Yeah.
It's a rainforest.
A little bit of precipitation, if you will.
Quinault is actually owned by the Quinault Native Americans. They're actually some of the few that got to like own their original land that their ancestors came from.
That's very cool.
Which is pretty cool. They didn't like get shoved off onto a reservation.
Yeah.
They fought for the land and they got it.
That's
which is
awesome.
Great. It's also home to the biggest Sitka spruce and western red cedar tree in the world.
That's incredible.
Yeah. They're freaking huge trees. I think one of the hikes takes you to one of the big trees. I wasn't able to find it. I was kind of upset about it.
Yeah.
I feel like we got some bad directions.
Oh, boo.
Maybe we just didn't walk far enough. I don't know. But I don't think we ever saw it, which I was very sad about.
Bummer.
So we'll 100% have to go back.
It was like right behind you.
They're like over 170 feet tall.
Okay, so you probably wouldn't miss it?
You wouldn't miss it.
Okay.
No,
that's
you
fair.
would not miss it.
Okay. All right.
And this is all part of the Olympic National Park, which President Roosevelt created in 1938 after a trip across the Pacific Northwest. He actually visited Lake Quinault Lodge, and it is said that while he was having lunch there and like reflecting on how beautiful all of this Pacific Northwest land is, that he decided to make it a national park.
Aw.
I know. I thought that was a cute little tidbit.
It is beautiful here.
Yeah, it is.
And there. All the places.
If you're listening to this and you're not from the Pacific Northwest, come and visit.
Yeah, PNW for life.
It's really great. So this lodge was built in 1926. It took workers 53 days to complete, which is like, what?
That's like nothing.
Yeah, exactly. They like sped through that shit. They're like, we built.
It takes us longer to build like a church these days.
Yeah, anything.
Wow. Yeah.
Pave a road.
I mean, Chris put these desks together, but if I had done it, that would have taken more than 53 days.
That is true.
Yeah.
The building's kind of like log cabin style. There's like a huge brick fireplace inside. There's big leather couches around it. There's so like cool deer heads and shit on the wall. You know how those things go. And then out on the deck, there's like a huge totem pole, and it's actually there to like measure the rainfall.
Cool.
Yeah. It's a really cool place. It's so cute.
Yes. Very lodge.
It is. I have tons of pictures and I will definitely post them for you guys. The original building on the land caught fire in 1924. I know. It's very sad, and it gets sadder because a woman named Beverly was trapped inside. She was a housekeeper, and she was trapped up in the attic, and she sadly perished in the fire.
No,
yeah,
Beverly.
I know.
Okay, we just have to stop going in attics and basements.
I
you
know.
guys.
Don't go in there.
Oh,
that's so sad.
Who was looking out for Beverly?
Nobody was.
Nobody. Rude, you guys.
So they restored what they could of the building, including the attic, which is now a conference room.
Seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, people say they feel like a very strong presence in there, and they assume that it's Beverly.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's safe to assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
They even have a suite named after her. It's called the Beverly Suite, and they say it's like her favorite room to like hang out in and haunt.
I mean, live your best afterlife, but
pick your room, hang out in there. And one of her favorite things to do is like open windows in the room. Which
weird. Okay.
I'm like, is it because she was trapped in a fire that she like wants to make sure like windows are open so like people can get out?
Isn't that what you would do?
Yeah. I feel like she's just there kind of like looking out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's like, guys, fresh air
is not for dead people.
I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's complicated. It's a nuanced conversation.
If it's a fire, go to the fresh air.
Yeah. Fresh air is better than carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some other common reports are that she likes to turn on lights in the middle of the night.
Oh, rude.
Yeah. Well,
messing with people's REM?
I don't know. Yeah, we're trying to get our REM on here. I don't know if it's like maybe she's just looking out for them, like doesn't want them to trip over things. I don't know. I get like a very like nice vibe from her most of the time. I don't know if she likes to fuck with people too much, but we'll see.
I guess that's fairly benign.
I might take it back. She might like to fuck with people.
Oh. So okay.
Lodge employees also think she's responsible for some shenanigans in the kitchen. Pots will fall from racks, glasses get thrown, silverware gets thrown around. There's no explanation for it. And one of the cooks said the kitchen just feels very eerie most of the time.
Okay.
And while I was writing that, I realized that the thing I was reading about the fire said that it had originated in the kitchen. Now, this is not the same kitchen. It's in a different location. But it kind of makes me think,
ooh,
is she mad that the fire started in the kitchen? So she's like throwing shit around? Or is she like trying to warn them of maybe she's seeing a fire happening and wants to get their attention?
Some chaotic energy in the kitchen. Wow.
So I don't know if she just like has some resentment towards the kitchen or what.
Well, and wasn't she? So I mean, she worked there at the lodge, right?
Yeah, she was a housekeeper.
Okay, so she was a housekeeper. I was gonna say, I was wondering. I mean, she was in the attic when the fire happened, but I couldn't help but wonder, like, was she somebody that worked in the kitchen? Yeah. And then if the kitchen, is where the fire originated, but she died in the attic. Lots of questions.
Yeah, I don't know. They'll never be
But she was a housekeeper. So.
That's what they say. She was a housekeeper.
Okay.
So a visitor experience. I don't know where I was going with that. So one visitor's experience, and they knew nothing about this place beforehand, like before.
Oh, good. Just go in blind.
They knew nothing about it being haunted.
Oh, dear.
So they were in their room reading, and they saw in their peripheral something, like a shape move. And then when they looked up from their book, they saw an apparition of a woman in a dress. And it wasn't totally clear. It was sort of foggy. And then she just suddenly disappeared.
Y'all, you seen Beverly.
It might be Beverly.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say she Beverly.
This person said they were like a little taken aback by seeing something they didn't expect. But they didn't feel like fearful when they saw her.
Okay.
Like just startled, but not like scared.
Right. That's a good sign, I guess.
So the next day she actually went on a tour. Oh, I said she. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I apologize. So the next day they go on a tour of the lodge, and that's where they learn of the fire.
Oh, no.
Yes. And that guests often report seeing Beverly, a woman in a dress.
Oh, geez. And they're like, do you have any information about like the color, the details, just the specifics on that particular garment by chance?
No details. I'm assuming it's like her maid's dress too. I don't think it was it's not like a fancy dress.
Right, but that would be my first question is like, okay, but what kind of dress was it? I need to know.
That's what I would ask too. But I guess if other people are seeing her the way that person saw her, it wasn't like a crystal clear image of her. So maybe it was kind of just like an outline.
Yeah, it may not have been clear specifically like what the dress really looked like. Maybe color or something like shape of the dress really. Or
I didn't see anything though, any stories.
Yeah.
And these stories I found were kind of just comments on articles about Quinault Lodge too.
Wow.
Like one of them was like on a Travelocity like comment.
So no one's really developed this story.
Not really. There was a couple like really short stories about it, but yeah nothing like.
That's interesting. Yeah. I feel like a lot of these places usually get attention and like more stories keep coming in and people keep adding more details to it.
That's what I'm hoping, man. Yeah. Some people are listening to this right now and send us their stories from Quinault Lodge.
Guys, have you ever been to this lodge?
Let us know. Another woman said that she woke up to the sound of the heater turning on. And it's not like an automatic thermostat. The building's really old. No, you have to turn a knob to get the heater to come on. So she gets up to go turn it off because it's really, really loud. And she noticed her daughter had no blankets on and she was like freezing cold.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's like, well, thank you, ghost, for trying to keep my baby warm.
You caretaker ghost you.
And she knew about the ghost too. So she was like, well, this is probably like, Beverly. Yeah, taking care of my kid. I know, that was really sweet. That's why like I get the vibe that she's just trying to help people, like take care of people.
She still has like a caretaker energy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So then another woman had just gotten to her room. She was unpacking. She turned around and all of a sudden there was a woman in her room. And the woman actually talked to her. She told her, I work here. My name is Beverly.
No.
Yeah. So I'm like, this woman's probably really sensitive.
Yeah.
If she's like getting communication. Yeah. So this guest was actually really mad that an employee let herself in her room without asking.
Well, sure. I get that.
Yep. She went and Karen to the front desk. I should maybe stop saying that.
No, I think, everybody understands like almost instinctually at this point what that means.
But that would piss anyone off. It's not just the Karens.
No. No, we just were talking about that. Mm-hmm. Don't come into my home or my space without permission. Yeah. Not cool.
No, don't do it. Mm-mm. So this woman went to the front desk. Front desk. And complained that this woman had just come into her room and her name was Beverly. And the front desk was like, ma'am, I'm sorry to tell you, but no one named Beverly works here. This is actually a woman that had died in a fire on the property.
Then you feel like a real dick, right?
Yeah. And she was like, I am leaving. She went right back up to her room, packed her shit, and left. She's like, nope, oh my gosh, this is not happening.
That's probably what I would do too. They're like, ma'am, there's actually nothing we can do about that particular hotel employee.
We can't write her up, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. So another story is young boy, 13 to 14. He went back to his room alone. His family was at dinner. He had forgotten something. He went back to go fetch it. And as he walked up the stairs, he started getting like a really weird feeling in his gut. And he was like, I don't know what's going on. So he entered the room and he saw a shadowy figure of a woman in a dress by the bed. I assumed she was making the bed or something, probably.
Beverly, if you're doing ghost chores, I have a list ready.
Come over, girl. We can talk.
Definitely better than whatever we've got going on over here right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yikes. They're not helpful.
Not at all.
So he ran out of the room and back down the stairs, and the lights in the stairwell started flickering, like crazy flickering on his way down the stairs. And he was like super scared.
Well, yeah, because you're a child and that's super creepy.
And then he had to go back to that room. He didn't tell his family what happened or anything and had to go back to the room. Thankfully, nothing else happened, but he was like really scared.
Yeah, he didn't sleep that night.
I'm sure he didn't. The woman next to my bed. Ugh.
We've got another promo roll that we are really excited to share today.
What is it that makes us so interested in what we don't understand? We're setting out to investigate everything strange, unusual, and scary in our world.
They're going to be able to scan your brain and upload it to a computer. Some people think of it as like the greatest victory that we could ever have because it makes you immortal in a sense. I think it's terrifying.
It is terrifying. We invite guests who bring their own personal perspectives.
I mean, especially considering the fact that the overwhelming majority of UFO sightings and documentation occurs within miles of nuclear testing facilities.
Yeah. They bring their own encounters with the paranormal.
All of a sudden, I feel this whoosh of wind and this ringing in my ear so loud that makes me stand up straight. And we both had this moment of, maybe we should get out of here.
It was a hot summer day and a hot night, but when I went into this one room, it was freezing. And to this day, it felt like somebody was going to push me down the stairs.
A few months into living at the new house, I was woken up to the lamps being on and the snow globe music box going off.
Hello. And most of all, we just have a ton of fun.
Jacques would never eat, not a single bite, just sip from his glass of wine.
He was a vampire. He was a vampire.
100% a vampire, holy buckets.
My name is Ashley, and this is my co-host Lauren.
Hello, weirdos.
And you are listening to Keep It Weird.
You guys, we're back.
Hi. So I have 2 stories about a specific room. It's not Beverly's suite. It's called room 216. It's called room 216. It is room 216.
It is.
A couple said that in the middle of the night, they were startled by a loud sound, and they got up to investigate, and they found both of their cell phones that had been charging, I'm assuming like on a table or something, were ripped out of, like the cords were ripped out of the outlets and thrown on the floor.
Weird.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going to let your battery run down so low. You guys spend way too much time on Insta. Okay.
What are these devices? So again, that I don't know, that makes me feel like that's not really taking care of people, but maybe the outlets were defective and she's like trying to prevent
she's
a
worried about a fire. Or maybe just like she finally was like, okay, like let's do just like something like a little bit like
ghosty.
just like some mischief. And like if that's the worst that she can do, like okay, like you guys just like let Beverly do Beverly.
It's not the worst.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah, maybe she was getting bored in her everyday ghost life, housekeeping. Like she needed to switch it up. So there's more.
Okay.
So another guest in room 216 reported that they woke up to someone trying to pull them out of their bed by their feet in the middle of the night.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, if that was Beverly, that was not nice.
Beverly, that's rude. Everyone knows that if your toes are under the covers, you are safe. That is home base. You are off scot-free. Not cool, dude.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Gotta follow the ghost laws. Okay.
Yeah. That's like an unspoken rule, right? That's why I hop into bed. Like it's a literal bunny hop. I'll demonstrate for you later. We can TikTok about it. It's fun.
Funny too because your bed is so short, but I just imagine you having to like jump super high to get in.
You guys, that was like a really thinly veiled short joke from Cassie right now. I just need you to understand.
Just kidding.
I mean, I am short. You're not kidding about that. Moving on.
So maybe she wouldn't be able to reach your toes.
Maybe. That's true. Yeah, I'm pretty high up in the bed, y'all.
So another woman, and this is in a different room. We're done with 216. As far as I know, she didn't specify what room she was in.
So she just like haunts a bunch of the rooms?
I guess so.
Okay.
All
right.
Really...
So you're just, it's a real luck of the draw if you go stay there.
I think so, yeah.
Cool.
So a woman kept feeling someone like sitting beside her on the bed. She was kind of like waking up in the morning. Her husband had gone to go get breakfast and she just kept feeling someone sit next to her. And like she would wake up and she would think her husband got back, but she'd open her eyes and nobody's there.
Beverly, no thank you. Okay, I asked for a continental breakfast, not your creepy ass next to me.
Maybe she's trying to deliver a breakfast in bed.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a creepy one.
Yeah, it's getting progressively weirder, I feel like.
Yeah, it gets a little weirder. So the next story is my own.
No!
And can I tell you guys, I did not remember this until I started like reading the stories about the blankets and the sitting next to them on the bed. And then I was like, oh my God, something happened to me while I was staying there.
Okay. I won't be going there. We'll just establish this will not be a field trip.
Well, it's pretty cool. So we weren't even in the main building. There is like a separate hotel. It's not part of like this main lodge area where I feel like most of these stories are coming from.
Beverly's like, I go where I please.
I know. I don't have any boundaries.
Clearly.
So it was like the middle of the night. I'm sleeping. I'm like sort of tossing and turning. And then like I feel my blankets being pulled away from me. Like I kept waking up feeling like someone was trying to take my blankets off. And I wasn't sleeping. The room we had was 2 queens. It's what we ended up with. We didn't get the king. So my boyfriend was actually on the other bed because we have a really hard time sleeping in small beds together.
I get that.
And we have the dog too. So yeah, her 88-pound ass wasn't with me. She was sleeping with him. So I was alone.
Traitor.
I know, right? I was alone on the bed. And I swear I just kept waking up feeling like someone was taking my blankets off. They never came all the way off. I never saw them moving. It was just like me waking up. And I'm like, why do I keep waking up feeling like they're being like pulled? It was the weirdest thing. I've never had that happen before. And I kind of just chalked it up to, I was just dreaming or some shit. I told him in the morning, I was like, hey, I kept waking up last night. Like, were you pulling my blankets off? And he's like, no.
He's like, I wasn't even in the same bed as you, weirdo.
Yeah, it was weird. And then that was the end of it. It only happened. That was the first night. And we stayed there, I don't know, like 5 days or something. Was it 4 or 5 days?
She was like not even phased.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't think it, and I'm pretty
You're like
sure,
whatever. Oh my god!
Pretty sure I had the
sleep.
dog sleep with me like the rest of the time.
Oh, maybe she's not a dog lover.
Why, maybe. But yeah, it's weird that I like totally forgot about any of this. And then when I was researching my next case, I was like, I came across this place, and I was like, oh god, like, I've been there and it's haunted. I didn't know. Like, that's so cool. And then I start getting to the end of my notes there with all the bed situation. And it pops in my head and I'm like, oh my God, I had this experience. I texted my boyfriend to make sure I wasn't crazy. I was like, do you remember me saying that? Like, that was a thing, right? And he was like, yeah, it totally was. And I was like, oh my God, I was haunted.
No, thank you, please.
Yeah.
Oof.
So all this time, I always think I don't have like any paranormal experiences, but
I know you're like always holding out. We were just talking about this the other day, and you're like, oh, well, there's this one thing where I keep waking up and feeling like someone's breathing on the back of my neck, and it's not my boyfriend.
Oh no, it's even worse than my neck. It's right in my face. So I'll tell him. So since you brought it up, I keep waking up in the night feeling like there is someone right next to my face, like inches from my face, breathing hot breath. And like I feel it go up my nose.
No.
And it's the weirdest thing, but at the time, like when it's happening, I'm not like scared. I'm more just like, what? Why is someone breathing in my face?
That's just because you're tired. If you were more awake, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Maybe. Yeah, because then I don't even remember it happens, and then it happens again, and I'm like, oh yeah,
this just happened.
This has been happening. This happened a couple of times. Yeah, it's really weird. It hasn't happened though in like a week, which is pretty good because it was happening like every other day, I feel like, for like 2 weeks.
No, thank you. Yeah, I'll be taking a hard pass on that.
I have a lot of other like sleep stories, but I'm gonna save them for like. It's like a sleep paralysis thing. I'm going to do like a sleep paralysis episode at some point. So I'll save all of those stories for that.
And we'll be arranging a special co-host for that episode because I literally can't with that.
No.
I don't know.
It's super interesting.
I might be kidding. might not be. I guess we'll have to see.
But that one's like kind of more, there's science to back it up. So it's
Okay.
more like you might think it's a haunting, but it's actually like your body being weird.
Okay.
So I think it'll be a good
That's the
episode.
technical term for it?
Mhm, your body's
being
just
weird?
being all
Okay. Just
wacky.
like, whoa.
Whoa, dude, calm down, body.
Whoa, brah.
So
Yeah.
let's go back to the tarot cards and see, because I had a pretty
Okay.
good idea of how I was going to fit them in.
Yikes. Okay. So for our past card, we have the Page of Presents in reverse. So reversed, the Page of Presents is disappointed and frustrated. Things haven't turned out quite as they were expected to.
Mhm.
Learn from this experience, cut your losses, and move on. There are more opportunities for success on the horizon. Oh,
The fire.
that's real dark. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that definitely nobody expected it to work out that way.
Yeah.
But what are we learning from this experience?
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, they cut their losses and they moved the building to a different spot.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's it.
There are more opportunities for success on the horizon. I mean, the place is still open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
I'm just thinking that was about the fire and
Okay.
Beverly. Her life didn't turn out like it should have. And
Yeah, Beverly.
maybe it's telling her to cut her losses and move on. Like,
Yeah.
maybe get out of that place, girl.
Yeah,
You don't need
like-
to be there.
Oh, that's one hell of a limbo.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Five of Candles. It is in the upright position. This says, if you find yourself in a collaboration or partnership that's starting to become chaotic or difficult, take a step back. Beverly, like your
Mhm.
hauntings are becoming a bit much. Okay.
Yeah, they're escalating.
Yeah. Pointing fingers, shifting blame, and bickering won't move things along.
That kind of reminds me of the kitchen situation, like her
Mhm.
tossing crap around in the kitchen.
Control your anger and communicate clearly
Mm.
and rationally to get everyone on the same page. So, like, maybe don't just talk to the mediums. Like, if you have a message, let's just go ahead and share with the group. Okay,
Yeah,
Bev?
let us know. I'm kind of like worried.
It's a little freaky.
Like, is she trying to warn about something? Like,
I know, it does kind of make you wonder.
why is she ripping people out of beds at night?
Yeah.
Like,
She's like, you should go. There's just like a super small fire in the kitchen. It'll probably work its way up to the attic, but like no big deal. Just, you know, whenever you're ready, princess. Okay, so remember, this is the sun in the future position. It says, when cloudy skies pass, the sun comes out, shining warmth and happiness on everyone's lives. So this is just kind of a description of the visual representation on this card. The excitement, renewed energy, and joy Jack experiences when he discovers Christmas Town perfectly embody the energy of the Sun Tarot card. So maybe she's gonna get this out of her system and things are gonna
she
get
needs
better.
to go find Christmas Town, I think.
Aw.
Aww.
If you've been sad or troubled lately, the sun is a sign you're about to feel a very positive shift in your life. Or maybe in your death. Use this rejuvenating energy to reconnect with good friends and enjoy yourself. So, like, Bev, walk into the light,
Yeah.
I feel like, right?
Girl, yeah, go.
Okay. There's so much enthusiasm in this tarot card. It signifies a powerful time for inspired brainstorming.
Oh, maybe we should go there and tell her, like, she needs to leave.
Maybe you should go there and tell Beverly that she needs to leave.
You need to leave so my friend Caitlin can come and stay at the lodge.
Yeah, because I feel like I just don't have that "can I speak to your manager" vibe that she would probably respond to.
Yeah. She might talk to you if you go there.
I know,
since you're
that's
so
what I'm worried
sensitive.
about.
Can we trade these? I want your powers.
Yes, please take them.
Here you go.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that'd be awesome. But it's why I gravitate towards the true crime instead of more spooky stuff. That's why
true.
this works.
It works.
Yeah, because I'm like, I cannot deal. No. No.
How are you ever going to go ghost hunting with me?
Oh, did you think I was going to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, cute. Okay.
Handcuff you.
I know. We do have friends that want to take us out ghost hunting. And I don't know. I feel like, given the right amount and proper quality of tequila, I could see that happening.
I can picture you. So what I'm picturing right now is you wearing one of those fishing vests with all the pockets full of little bottles of booze and sage and crystals. And
yeah.
Like protections.
Yeah. I'm going to need cargo pants. I need the ones though that like zip off at the knees. Like, oh, I'm starting to get really overwhelmed. I'm hot. Oh, now this room's really cold. Got to zip them back on.
Yep, that would be beneficial for you for sure. Oh man,
I'm already sensitive to temperature. You know this, but I think the ghosty vibes. It's enough to make a girl get hot and bothered.
Oh yeah. What if we encounter like an ex-male stripper ghost? And he's just like
Magic Mike?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Magic Mike.
Oh my god. Tell me more.
And we're talking to him. We're like, what do you want? And he just says, dollar bills, y'all.
Oh, geez.
I think I've officially lost it.
Can somebody get the sage ready? I need some help around here. I've got some new varieties of sage too. So, because it's very important to be mindful about the types of sage that you're burning. And if anyone didn't know, white sage is that's not the one. You don't want to burn that. It's the endangered.
Don't go with that one.
I've got some other fun stuff though, where it has other like herbs and flowers like pressed into it.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yes. So we'll just go ahead and maybe we'll just throw that in the fireplace.
Does that work?
I feel like I need that level of treatment.
They won't hot the chimney.
Nah. No, actually I feel like brief update since we're on the topic of spooky.
Okay.
We have not been having anything too weird going on over here for the most part.
Good.
Unless some of the stuff that I was telling you about people coming into our space or spooking, creeping on our place, unless those weren't real people. But I'm not going to think about that. Those were just weird people that were doing weird things.
Yeah. They weren't ghosts yet.
Yeah. No. No, but if they don't stop trying to peek in the windows or coming to our place unannounced, they may become ghosts.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Get out.
Get out!
All right. Well, should we wrap this up?
I think so. Okay. I think we've covered it all. It's all of the spook. I'm feeling good about our level of spook right now, actually.
I feel good too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like we got it all off of our chests.
Yeah. Chestises.
Chestises.
Our breastises. My God, you guys, stop picturing our boobs.
Oh, they totally are.
Oh, so embarrassing.
Ew, my family is listening.
I mean, that's the magic of editing. We can just make that go bye-bye.
I'm going to leave it
in.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Have a creepy ass day. See you next Tuesday.
So for all of you that are listening, if you have any true crime or paranormal stories that you want us to share, maybe with the whole Pacific Northwest.
Yes, we would love to read them on the pod.
Yes, we will read them out loud.
Not just in our heads.
Yes. They don't have to be from the Pacific Northwest if you would like to share. Email us at pnwhauntsandhomicides@gmail.com. It's all spelled out, no special characters. Super duper easy peasy.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Same thing as the email at pnwhauntsandhomicides, all spelled out, no special characters. Please also rate and review us on whatever platform you're listening to, and check out our stories on social media because our meme game is hot.
Agreed.
And if you agree, like Caitlin, you can also find us on Patreon and support the show.
Bitchin'. There's so much enthusiasm. I'm enthusiastically stumbling over my... Oh, for fuck's sake. Stumbling over my words.